So, hello, Louis here. I'm just showing you where I live. I live in this apartment block here. I moved in the summertime about 6 months ago now. So I'm just going to give you a little tour. So I'm going to be making a short documentary about the UAP now, they call them UFO I saw last weekend. So if you come out onto this path here, it's beautiful. Down there, it becomes very private. This is a cycling path. This is the walking path. It's Stinkpot Alley. It's streams, hills, paths. It is glorious. All up here is public land, and a lot of people walk their dogs, including my mum and me. Sometimes I walk over there. And down the bottom there, if you walk all the way to the bottom, you will reach the city centre. But first on your right, you will come to the leisure centre. There's a supermarket called Waitrose. But about a 20-25 minute walk, you'll come to the city centre. Now, I want to take you to where I saw this, what I called, what it looked like the moon, basically. But it wasn't the moon, because the moon was over there. And we don't have two moons. This isn't Zeta Reticula. This is my neighbour's garden. So on the evening of, it was a freezing night, but as you can see, I've got a fantastically nice big garden. And I am going to get a better setup for viewing UFOs and UAPs. But what happened was, I was literally just admiring the stars and the sky. I think I'd been out here about half an hour, tops. And over there, I noticed a very, very bright light. Now at first, I thought satellite, but it started moving, and obviously I started filming because it was so strange, and it's all on film. It was zigzagging, then it would stop. And I thought, and I remember saying, maybe it's a UFO, but I don't think it's a UFO. It doesn't look like a UFO. But then I say, what does a UFO look like? Well, it started getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And I'm thinking, oh my days. And I was actually about here, and my phone started going all funny. I had major interference. It started going. I thought, oh no, and I had about 75% battery, so I knew it wasn't the battery. And the object was way off in the distance in that direction, but close enough. So what I did was, you can hear me zigzagging in myself through the brush, and I got to about here, and I see it coming and zigzagging, and then it seems to slow down. I got my own theories on it. Now I've watched it about 100 times. Until finally it appeared about 50 foot above the tree, maybe 100, maybe 75, 100 foot, maybe double the tree's length. Now, there's a site I found on the internet. I will give the name of it in the short documentary I'm going to make on this. The reason I'm making the documentary is, this one in particular, I would have made it anyway because I didn't know this was going to happen to me. But I wanted to cover Kaz Clark's story of the triangular UFO sighting in Pentrich in Wales, Smiler Woods and all that. And I spoke to Gary Jones, wonderful guy, the stats man. He will tell you about any, aircraft, exactly where they've been. He's brilliant at what he does, and he's a lovely guy. And he's the guy that I've been speaking to. Respect to Gary. And we spoke, but then 24 hours later, he tells me that Kaz, unfortunately, has to decline my offer because she has already a pre-arrangement with another production company. Now, funny enough, me and Gary did speak about this the night before because they were on some sort of show with Craig Charles, Dave Listoff, Red Dwarf, and an English woman called Sarah Kudos, a scientist, a space expert. Now, this lady, right, is all nice to your face, right? But, yeah, I believe you. What an amazing story. As soon as the cameras are off, the knives are out. Load of rubbish, bollocks. It was a weather balloon. It was this, it was that. That wasn't there's only one witness. It's not credible enough for me. It could have been this, could have been that. Now, I hope for Kaz's sake and Pentrich's sake that they have chosen wisely in who are making this film, this documentary. My plan was for it to be for about an hour and 45 minutes long. I was going to spend 3 to 4 days up there. I was going to take a team up there, me and initially one other, but there was going to be 3 of us, and a 4th to edit everything professionally. Proper job. There was going to be an awesome promo, which I had planned. And yes, we were going to charge people to watch it for the first 2 weeks, maybe month. And there would have been people who would have paid, because, you have to get paid somehow. Otherwise, we just have to rely on clicks and Google algorithm, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. We would, it would have gone out. It would have gone out on every social media site, anyway. But obviously, I'm just literally about to launch a new website where I'm independent. I don't have a regular wage coming in at the moment. I've chosen this for myself, right? I want to be my own boss as such. And, it's going to put me in a bit of a sticky situation for a while. But you've got to believe. Now, getting back to the story, I found this website, and I'll tell you what it's called when I do the document, I make. Very similar to this. And basically, it's a UAP sighting system, right? You put in where you are, what happened, and then all these different shapes and sizes of UFOs come up. Triangle, this, that, orb. I thought it might have been an orb. It certainly didn't look like an orb. And then I thought it might have been an egg, like the egg shape. Wasn't a flying saucer. And then, boom, there it was, a sphere. I thought, oh my God. It was a sphere. It's identical. And the sphere appeared, and like I said, was just above them tree lines. Just up there. And it was up there for about 10 seconds and then went shot off a million mile an hour, but it didn't disappear completely out of sight. And at first, because it did turn orangey eventually, like it was almost leaving our atmosphere type sort of look. I don't think it was, but I remember catching it and it was still a sphere. It was still shaped like the moon. It said size. It was big. It was massive. Like I said, it looked like the moon. It was humongous. Whether it was an actual spacecraft, I don't know. Whether it was some sort of probe, I don't know. But I know this, and I will say this now. It knew I was here. That's why I had electrical interference, and it came to check me out. 1,000,000,000%. Call me crazy, I don't care. You know what? I'm past caring what people say. I've had people ridiculing me, saying I should be. You've officially lost it, Louis. You should be locked up in an asylum. Well, lock me up then. Lock me up in an asylum, because I ain't stopping at this, mate. There was a bloody sphere up there, and I seen it. And I'll tell you what, when I got into the UAPs, I didn't think I'd be. Some people were unlucky to see them. I didn't think I'd be lucky enough to see one. I see one in my first ever major night out of a beautiful clear night, cold, but wow, I'll tell you what, it's a mesmeric experience. And watching it back it's mind-blowing. Anyway, cheers guys, and look forward to the actual little film I'm going to make.